But I think that's really sort of what it all came down to. It's just that idea of trying to compress time back into something that was meant to be understandable, but ultimately would not be. A big part of the reason why I chose the subject matter for the images as well is because it was things that are incredibly difficult to understand no matter how you see them, whether you see the video or you see an image that has nothing really in it, or if you read about it or hear about it, it never really makes sense. It's very conceptual in the sense that it's mostly about ideas, and then the images themselves, they never work just sitting on their own. You have to have some sort of grounding, some context to them, because I want people to look at things and be forced to think about them, rather than to be able to say, oh, that's pretty, and then, you know, I'd rather force someone to stop and really take time to try to understand something. Even if they don't end up getting it, I'd rather have them go through that mental process of dealing with an image rather than just sort of almost ingesting it, just looking and getting. It's an interesting thing because dealing with these where they're based upon videos and then having them be a piece of paper at the end, and not knowing what sort of scale we should be seeing them at and things, it's something that's still sort of in flux, and I'm not convinced that they always necessarily have to be printed, or at least be printed in a way that you would see them on a wall. So I'm trying to get them put onto billboards in the United States, so they'd be on an absolutely massive scale. Yeah, I've also thought about just projecting them in spaces so that people have to walk through them and just sort of experience them where they become disrupted by the other people that are in there with them, because other people will walk through the images. So it's still sort of playing around a bit to see what's the most effective way, or how changing the way that they are produced changes the way people understand them or are willing to engage with them.